There's a couple of things. Here's what we're gonna go over today. I'm gonna go over the. I'm not gonna go over the whole tier list, by the way. I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite demons. I'm ranking every location. I'm ranking every character, main character in the game, which I found out I had a favorite character. I know it sounds weird, but I never really thought about it until I started making the list. Just hold with me. Talk about my favorite songs. I listed like 20 of them. Although I have like a top 5 and the rest are just all like top 6. And then the good and the bad. And that's it. Does anyone want me to start in a certain one of those? So demon ranks, location ranks, character ranks, songs, good or bad. And then I'll just go from there. Soul Hackers 1 on 3DS. That's awesome. Also, is the volume okay? I don't know if you can hear the music or if it's too low. Oh yeah, also take this time to ask questions that you've been wanting to ask. Do I prefer the Ogami, Nahabino, or Tsukiyomi? That's tough, man. Well, a lot of this game is like, do I have to choose? You know what I mean? Like, canon creation, canon vengeance. There's a lot of things in this game where I was like, damn, why can't I just like everything? For those that don't know, my favorite color is purple, lavender, actually. And I've always been a fan of like the moon, so it's like, But the hair looks better in the Ogami one, and I kind of like the plasma fingers better than the moon blade. Although I do like Tsukiyomi's Nahabino with Yuzuru. That looks sick. Favorite Nahabino build? Most effective, I would say, is probably Magic. Luck is fun because you just are landing ailments and, you know, I don't know. I like them all. I experimented with all the builds. Except I think I didn't do a Vitality one, but I don't think I did. But yeah, Magic is just kind of crazy. Magic or Strength. Like doing a Murakumo. The Strength build is kind of silly. Just deleting them. Do you think you would have been hooked as much if you did? I think I would have still liked the game regardless of where I started. I'm actually very grateful that I started with Vengeance though, like as in the update, not the route, because I've seen some of the base game stuff and it looks just kind of like all the maps have the same color. You know, for example, Taito was in blue. It was like, I mean, like the map on screen, stuff like that would annoy me. Also, like I think I saw that like for resist and block, it just had the word like NUL instead of the shield, stuff like that, you know. But no, I don't think it would have mattered which one I started with, to be honest. But I am glad I started with the updated game. Favorite Jack Frost variant? Probably Black Frost. Yeah, Black Frost is cool. Followed by Jack. Where's the other one? Is there 4 or is there 3 of them? There's 3, right? There's 3. Nahobiho. Does he count? Okay, there's 4. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, he counts. Luck build is funny. Atlas has a big preference for strength builds in their games. Do you have a favorite Nahabino skill? Is it Wrath Tempest? Ooh. I should have thought of that. Damn, that's a good one. Fuck. I haven't even used the Demi Fiends. I have his essence twice. I took one for the for the affinities, and I took the other one for the skills, but I haven't used the skills yet. I'm a huge fan of what was it? The arrow? The Arrow, Murakumo, um, Paraceline Blur is sick. Honestly, they're all sick. I gotta think. Wrath Tempest is pretty damn sick. Wrath Tempest is my Discord icon. Also, Jack Tempest. Damn, that's a good question. What was my favorite unique and my favorite Periapt? Okay, Periapt is definitely Odin and Thor. That's easy. That shit is amazing. It's super strong, and it's only 2 characters. My gosh, that thing is crazy. And the funny noise. Hey. King Frost? Oh yeah, Lantern. Oh, I love Lantern, actually. Like, he's my sound alert ear. King Frost is at the bottom, I'm sorry. You saw what I did to him the first time. What's up, TJ? Oh, Moonlit Frost. Dude, honestly, that's hard. That's a really good question. I don't know. I would say, ultimately, Murakumo, Wrath Tempest, or... Damn, dude, I even like Aramasa. Like, I'm a fan of, like, that... I don't know if it's a trope, but it was, like, when you do a bunch of hits, and then the character goes away, and then all the hits happen behind him, like, he's so fast. I've always been a fan of that, and that's what Aramasa does. I did get the Demi-Fiend to join for a bit, yeah. Unfortunately, you can't keep him in the compendium as far as I saw. Hugo, yeah. How many of you noticed? No spoilers. Okay, I guess it's a Q&A time before I go on. Vengeance is fine on Switch. Though if you have another platform, oh, you're not talking to me. Okay. Armas was one of my favorite voice lines. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, that was 2. Casey came into my chat like twice. You guys remember that? What was it, like 2 times he rated me as the voice of the Nahabino? That was cool. He liked my Feeties emote. He was a fan of my Feeties emote. I'm never getting rid of that emote, by the way. That's staying. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Casey is it Mongillo or Gillo? He streams on Twitch. I remember he raided me, and then I immediately died to, I think it was Jatuya, you know, the Minato fight where he had to steal the eggs. The omelet or whatever. I'm pretty sure he saw me get destroyed. Or did I win? I don't know. That was the demo days. Alright, hey, yeah. So a lot of games have their own version of Jack Frost. Raido has Raiho. Oh, didn't know a new Raido game came out? Strategize? Yeah, no, I'm sure there's so many things that just... Yeah, dude, this game has infinite things. I wrote it in my review, but like I'm so interested in doing like so many stupid challenge runs in the future, like all animals the whole time, or all demon girls, or all whatever, you know? There's just so many ways to play. It's awesome. Am I ranking for the ranking was usually aesthetic. It's mostly aesthetic, and then my connection to them. I forgot to put one character higher, and that was Turdock. Because he saved my ass in my first Fiend fight. But yeah, most of the demon tier list is like aesthetic and just how cool I think they were overall. Not necessarily their like function. I really like how the bows. Oh yeah. Heavenly Ikiyumi, that's what it's called. Thanks. What am I so surprised about is how good you remember the names of demon and stuff. My memory is really weird. It's very selective on like what it's like. I fixate a lot, and then at the same time I can forget a lot. For example, I listen to video game music every day from different games, composers, and stuff. That all just kind of like it's a blur. Same with people here. There's different names here than there is on Discord than there is on YouTube. Like I don't know who people are sometimes. But remembering like weird, obscure details, I'm good at that. I don't know why, I've just always been that way. I think right now, if I were to see like a character in Shin Megami Tensei 5s, I would probably be able to name them. Maybe. Like I'd be like 93% confident in it. If I had multiple choice, then it'd be 100%. The remaster of Raidu. Ooh, are those games good? Would you recommend? Then again, I'm asking a bunch of Atlas fans. Oh, speaking of, I don't know if Kayla got a shout out, but Kayla just started 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and if for those I remember in the auditorium, that was like the third video I ever did. So even I have a history with 13 Sentinels. Randomizer mod? Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna be done playing this game. I was just, it's just gonna be the game to always have in the background. Yeah, everyone that I've heard from is just like they swear by 13 Sentinels. But yeah, when I first started the auditorium and I was looking out for video game music, my friend Juno immediately was like, "Listen to Aegis Rim." I'm like, what the hell is that? Woo! I've only heard like 4 songs from that game, but I remember sticking out. Right, it was good. They updated a bunch of stuff for the remaster. I haven't played the remaster, so I can watch. Okay. Okay. Well, you guys can keep asking questions. Let me just do the easy one, which is the demon rank tier list. Again, it's the pinned comment. You can just click that whenever. You can zoom in if you want. That is every demon in the game, minus, I think, Linancide and Satan. You can both put those in the tier below top tier, so they're in the cool or whatever. I couldn't find them. And I don't know if I missed any other ones, but we could just talk about that. Let's go for the obvious. Does anyone know who my favorite demon is? I think I said it a myriad of times. I pretty much fell in love at first sight. I got capitulated. Indeed, Nama. Who I found out is the composer's favorite as well. Cultured. No, Nama's cool. Nothing to do with the whole like sexualization of it. Her whole design is just fire to me, dude. Like the fishnet, the leg, the half face, her voice fits the way she looks perfectly. The kind of like secondary character with a dog. She's just cool as hell. I think she's awesome. Like her design is cool, is what I'm saying. I don't know. Yeah, actually the Kadishtu in general. I was just talking about this yesterday because I just found out that Lilith had another design, which I've never seen because they updated it. Some of you might have seen it. She had like short hair, I think. But her new design is amazing. Kadishtu are a really cool addition. Big fan. So honestly, it's for this ranking, it's really just my favorite character and then just the other ones that are like that I just find admirable. You can see them in the tier list, but it's Mandrake. Pretty much the the mascot of the playthrough. Stupid sexy Flanders. Konohana Sakia. Broken. Artemis. I found it really hard to ever get rid of her. She's just really good. Having a move that drops your defense by 2. Her uniques are all good, and she's good at, was it ice and lightning too? So she's hella good. Cleopatra, incredible design, is also really strong with her charm thing. It's crazy because it also affects stats. And a good healer. Chernobog. Didn't have him in my party for too long, but the design is like A+. I love the whole like sleek fit with the mushrooms and just looks wickedly evil. Chernobog is super cool. I kind of wish I spent more time with Chernobog. Dagda. Dagda is like I don't know. Dagda is just kind of silly to me. He blocks everything, basically. and he just melts everything. He's so unga bunga. And he's fun. He's got cool ass animations. Him and his mom. Kokulin. I think Kokulin is probably like, at any given time, like a top 3 character for me. I think Kokulin not only looks super dope, but Gay Bolg, dude. Gay Bolg is crazy. Hella damage, guaranteed critical, pierces. Wait, does it pierce? I can't remember now. I'm trying to remember all these like little... Yeah, it pierces, right? Either way, guaranteed critical. Odin. Odin sick. Also, very cool, unique move. It does, yeah. Yeah, Gay Bolg is just crazy. Odin is just really... Oh, I mean, I played a lot of games with Odin and Thor in them, and they've never looked like that. Or Zeus. The designs in SMT5 are so sick. You know, I've never seen Odin with like the emphasis on like the Raven and the kind of like split looks with him and Zeus. That's just amazing, honestly. Yeah, Vinto. I'll check it later, Croy, but that sounds interesting. And then finally, kind of a random one, but Gog Magog. Only because he also became a little bit of a mascot. Thank God. That was Gog Magog. Honestly, kind of taught me how to play the game. I know that sounds kind of weird, but since this is my first SMT, my first Atlas, it didn't really connect with me until I was like, wait, I can turn this one character into a gigantic utility, a big ass gym water bottle that absorbs everything and taunts. And at that point, the gears in my head started to slowly turn. Like 50 hours in, I'm like, oh, I could just do this with everybody. You know what I mean? So Gog Magog was like the kind of light bulb moment for me. Also saved my ass a bunch of times. I forgot to put her in here, but Fortuna. Fortuna was my first fusion, so it's like I have a connection. But yeah, even my current build of Gog Magog, he's all his moves are block, 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 and then taunt. He has no... Besides his regular attack, he doesn't attack anything. He's just a sponge. Do I favor Angel? I like the one with the pink skin, but also the boss one right before Dazai and Abdiel. Or I should say before the Empyrean. This is the chrome-looking one. Him, I forgot his name. If you tell me the first letter, I'll get his name. But I can't remember his name right now. Metatron, okay, yeah, see. That one. He looks cool. There wasn't a lot of... I wish we got to see them more. They kind of showed up at the end of the game. But apparently they're bigger deals in other SMTs. So yeah, that's pretty much my demon ranks. And then everything else is in the tier list at the top. Which I'll emphasize one more thing. I'm not going to talk about all of them because there's too many. But Mothman, I'm sorry, Mothman lovers. I don't get it. I don't understand the hype whatsoever. I think Mothman is not even mid. Just so hate me if you want. Yeah, no. let's just leave Jack Frost as the mascot. Crazy. He's the funny little guy. No, he's not. He's not. Overhyped. Be mad. Be mad. It's okay. Location ranks. Okay. Let's start from the bottom going up. Can anyone guess my least favorite place in the whole game? Take a guess. The noise it makes. It sounds like it's choking. What's up, Sam? Good morning. You know, I do want to point out that Shakan has a really nice demon hunt and a really nice color palette. I'm a big fan of the brown and golds. Really nice. Everything else sucked ass. To this day, I still don't know how those damn gravity puzzles work. I just don't. That is the worst place for me. After that it gets kind of interesting because I kind of like a lot of the areas. But you're going to notice a pattern here. Let's see if you notice what this pattern is, going from lowest to highest. The Empyrean is my next. There's really nothing wrong with the Empyrean. It's just it's so small and there's nothing there that I kind of just had to put it somewhere. I put everything here. So if it was in the game, I put it in here. I kind of almost didn't want to put it in because it's like nothing, but I just put the Empyrean in there. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Empyrean. After that is Demon King's Castle, which I enjoyed. It's whatever. I kind of like the whole wind blowing things. That was nice. After that is the Hall of Chaos. Again, nothing, but it looked cool. It's a place of death. I like the green accents. And then we have the Temple of Eternity, which I guess by default makes it my favorite dungeon. The music helped a lot with Temple of Eternity. The soundtrack to Temple of Eternity, which I can just play right now, and if you've been watching my videos, the song is amazing. It makes traversal very enjoyable. Didn't really care about the whole, like, windows, clock things, whatever. You don't get how I enjoy that castle? Which one? Demon King's castle? The wind. I like the wind stuff. It was interesting. It wasn't really boring. And the music was good there too. It is a little long though. The Demon King's castle felt a little long, but tight. After the Temple of Eternity is Tokyo. This is kind of like a overall thing, but I kind of wish we spent more time in Tokyo. I don't know. I just wish there was more to do. Like, for example, there's like 3 quests we do. Turbo Granny, the shoes, and the song in the fairy village. I think that's it. Either way, there could have been more. Demon King's Castle makes you want to order a length of rope on Amazon every replay. So much waiting around. Temple of Eternity is kind of fun to bait the enemies and run around them. Remember I was stuck in the last puzzle at Demon King's Anoji release. Then just definitely added more to Tokyo over his creation. Oh, damn. Like, it'd be cool to visit the school more. Just stuff like that, or Josuji Temple. I don't know. It felt like every time I went there was just like I had to go there, just to go to the roof. That was it. Not a big deal, but that's crazy that it was like nothing in the base game. And now we have our like actual locations, and I'm actually surprised that this one's here, but it's technically something had to go here, and that's Minato. I like Minato a lot, so I like all of these, but Minato I just put here because there's simply better ones. That's it. Minato's really cool. I'm a huge fan of the whole like desert look, barrenness of it. The tower looks cool from afar. Like highway section on the side with the Egypt section. I don't know. For being a very vast, empty place, I still really enjoyed it. And it's the first place you ever go to, so I don't know. I like Minato. Other places were better. This one might ruffle some feathers, but Shinjuku after that. Because it's the home of Mara. No, I'm just kidding. Shinjuku's cool. These are all cool. You're gonna realize it's just I just have to put them somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like most of my time in Shinjuku was either spent in God, I can't remember the neighborhoods, but if you're looking at the map from bird's eye view, the southwest part, that city section, and then the northeast part, that section. Everything else felt like just kind of blank, and that's why I put it there. Like that first starting area with like where it's all like the ponds and the narcissus are everywhere. You don't really ever do much there, but it looks nice. It's really like dream looking and cool, but it's very vibey. Yeah, it's still cool though. It's just, again, I have to rank it. After that would be Shiota. I like Shiota a lot, actually, for a couple reasons. There's a lot of variety in Shiota. Like every little like district felt very different. There was a good mixture of like lower ground and higher ground traversal. But you also had Cert. You know, for a good while, Cert is like bathing this whole place in fire. And if you guys explored and did the side quest, you'll know that there's like boss fights with Cert's fire in the background. And then after you beat Cert, that fire is gone. That's super sick. I forgot what it was, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I think it's when you fight... Is it Moloch? On the roof? Either way. Plus the whole color thing of Shiota, like kind of like that bluish purple. And then once you get close to Ishtar with the big tubes and everything. Yeah, it's just cool. I like it. Oh, Nyakapon. Yeah, that. Yeah, I think that's what it was. He keeps like putting Tetrakarn and healing himself. So yeah, I really enjoyed it too. Shiota. My second favorite place. My second favorite place is... I'll just let it speak for itself. I could spend all day here. As a huge fan of like snowy areas, this place is interesting, dude. Every place felt so distinct. That center section with the weird blocks and the invisible stairs, super cool. The east side where Beelzebub was kind of probably the least interesting part, but it was still cool because it was like a bowl and then whatever. And then you have the park, and then the pond. Really cool area, honestly. Yeah, Taito, Ueno, all that. It was really, really cool. All the demons are really good. A lot of cool boss fights there. Just a lot happens there. Big fan. Big fan. It's actually sand. Well, I know it's not snow, but it's like the snow area of the game. Cold atmosphere, blue filter, all that. You start in the middle. Yeah, that was interesting too, right? They just kind of just plop you in the, like, figure it out. You know, we're gonna go from here. So yeah, Taito. Very good. Which leaves one place. Leaves one place. I think Shinagawa is like, I don't know, I kind of like just fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. Because for a couple of reasons. One, it was the first place I saw after the demo. So it's been like 9 months, and then all of a sudden I'm surrounded by red sand, which contrasts against the Nahabino's blue so hard. The music, the whole like abandoned cars everywhere. But it's so different. Like then you get to like the container yard, and that feels like its own other level. And then you get to, you know, the Conan section, and that's really cool. And then out of nowhere, which looks like an entirely different world, you have the fairy village, which is a entirely different feel. So the variety is strong in Shinagawa. But it's I just love the way the sky looks. Everything looks so menacing, and every song in Shinagawa was sick. I love Shinagawa. My favorite place. It's really cool how each game has their own take on Tokyo. Apparently Tokyo is kind of a normal thing in SMT, or at least in 4 too, from what I've heard. Also, Shinagawa is like a perfect answer to the school that we just had, you know? Because the school puts you in like a kind of haunting mood, and you just saw some crazy shit happen, and then all of a sudden, boom, you know? Feels like nighttime all of a sudden. Super cool. How much you miss? Not much. I just ranked all my favorite locations, with Shinagawa being number 1. And I pretty much went over the obvious stuff. Nama was my favorite demon, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, but the whole fact that the fairy village is connected to it, that's so crazy to me, you know? And the way they hide the loading in between the, like, tunnel, it's awesome. It feels like real life kind of too, because you'll go from that, and then once you enter the fairy village, you kind of like have to like, you get flashbanged a little bit. The school ranks? I just put that with Tokyo. Tokyo's everything. So Jozuji, Bethel, all that. I just put it with Tokyo. So I guess I'll go over that again one more time. It's Shakan, the Empyrean, Demon King's Castle, Hall of Chaos, Temple of Eternity, Tokyo, Minato, Shinjuku, Shiota, Taito, and Shinagawa. Character rank. This is interesting for a lot of reasons. Okay, let's just start at the beginning, or let's start at the bottom, I should say. Yeah, Amrita, sorry. I am not a fan of Miyazu. The character style of Miyazu. Let's just call it what it is. She got Yuzuru killed. Okay. Not a fan of people that can't think for themselves. Very lost, but also she's very odd. Because like all her things are all of her lines are voiced, which is very odd to me because like I don't think anyone else has that. I don't know. Basically nothing happens with her. You know, every other human character at least becomes something. She just is always like, well. And that's just, I don't know. My dislike for her grew my like for Yuzuru much more. If that makes any sense. Is anyone here a big fan of Miyazu? It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you or anything. I'm just curious. Did it sting you when you found out that I dislike her a lot? You like her scarf? Everything happens around her, but she doesn't do much. I think I don't mind Miyazu because in the OG game, like all the human characters were pretty underwhelming. So she was in good company. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Canon of Creation's human characters are... Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. The human characters in Canon of Creation pretty much all boring. If I'm being honest. She looks pretty cool. Alright. Her design is okay. Yeah, whatever. Meow's is great, makes the character rank list easier because you don't have to worry about who to put in last place. Damn. Alright. So yeah, Miyazu is... I'm sorry, she's at the bottom. This might be controversial to one person in the chat, but my second least favorite is... Mastema. Marilyn Manson. Everything about that character, besides his music, which by the way is sick. Here, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. His song is sick. Where is it? That song, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can never find stuff when I need it. Bruh, where is it? What? But he's trustworthy. Well, think of it this way, and I promise this is not a cop-out. When I say I don't like someone, like in Mastema's case, I feel like that's good writing. I think he's supposed to be unlikable. And I credit like the writing for that. He makes me like want to punch him. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I'm not saying he's like trash. He's dumb and I hate him. His writing sucks. I think he's by design that way. I hope that makes sense. Whereas Miyazu, no, that's at the bottom. So Mastema, I dislike because of that's what I think to be the intention. I don't think you're supposed to like him. Maybe some of you do. I don't know. Also, yeah, his involvement is very minuscule too. You know what I mean? He's really not there. He's kind of just like poking with a stick. He's more interesting in Vengeance for sure. Like a heel in wrestling. Exactly. I'm reading everyone, by the way. I just can't reply to everyone. He has cool wings and blue lipstick. He does. He also has a really cool innate skill, too. Sorry, if I mix stuff up, dude, I mixed up all the endings, especially playing them back to back to back to back. You'll have to excuse me. Going from like law to chaos to neutral to all that, I got mismatched constantly. And also reloading save states and all. Dude, I have 20 save files. Damn, now you got me thinking. Was he not in the original? Oh, whatever. Anyways, that's Mastema. He's alright. Just I don't know if this is a hot take, because I don't mind this character, but I feel like they might have made her just a little too annoying. If they did the annoying thing a little bit, maybe, but Amanazaku. I liked her more as just a navigator. Hey. She was cute. But that's kind of where it ended for me. Her story was nice, though, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to find, like, redeeming qualities, but her design is really nice. I did everything, Wildspeaker. I did pretty much everything the game had to offer. Just about everything. don't know. I'm trying to word it without sounding mean. I don't know. She's okay. Can we snooze these next 3 ads? Por favor. Her essence is really good. I'll give her that. I want to say that these next, like, including her, these next, like, 2, it's just more of, like, kind of wish more was done with them. I don't know. After Amanazako is Gustav. I mean, he technically should be lower, I think. He doesn't really do anything. But he's funny. He's funny, but he's also just demands money all the time. That's it. I have nothing else to say. His Japanese voice is very bad, in my opinion. After that, we have Abdiel. It's gonna get interesting from here. Abdiel is actually pretty okay. I like her. I like her design a lot. I like all of her designs a lot. They're super dope. Her voice acting is very good. But after Abdiel, it's gonna start getting into like what I like in stories. So it was really hard to rank these, by the way. Abdiel, though, I don't think really anything was wrong with her. This is now more of like, who do I just like more? Any Abdiel fans? I think she does a really good job of being like upholding what she believes in. Like, she very much cements that the whole time. I don't even know what I'm listening to. Oh, oops, I'm listening to music I shouldn't be listening to. It's okay, I wasn't paying attention anyways. Let me just put on random crap. It's on site for Abdiel. Abdiel really did just become a tool for Dazai. No complaints with Abdiel. Cool. Solid designs. Great voice actor. This one might be a surprise. Sahori. Itsukishima. I simply just wish more was done. That's all. Wish we saw more of her. Felt bad. I've witnessed a lot of bullying. So I felt for her a lot. Also, her design is cool. I like the red hair. I had a really big misunderstanding when I first saw her. I thought she was going to become Lilith. You know, that's what I thought was going to happen because of the hair. Which version of Abdiel do you like more? I think just her base one. In order the ones we see them. So her base, Fallen, and then the Nahabino one. I'm glad you just start with Vengeance and not with OG. Like, we had to wait 5 years for that game, another 3 for Vengeance. Yeah, Sahori is, I don't know. I just, I just felt bad for her, and I like her design, and I hate that she got bullied. And I'm totally cool with her destroying her bullies. I need more of that. I need more of that in my stories. And her music is cool as hell. She's got some really sad piano stuff. After that, they're kind of like, I kind of put them together because they're in the story together, is Tao. Isanokami. Tao is Probably one of the more divisive choices of the community. I feel people are just either like Tao or Yoko or whatever. I feel like a lot of people are either annoyed by Tao or just feel kind of neutral about her. I don't know if anyone like loves Tao. Maybe any Tao lovers. I didn't mind her. I loved her last design. I wish we could have kept that with the one with the horns. She's okay. Very goody two shoes, but that's her job. She's a saint. Tao's cool. Her voice is really nice. I always felt for her. She seemed like she just wanted to help people. Which is why, you know, technically my first run was Law. I didn't like Tao at all in OG, but her scene with Story upped her my rankings. Didn't mind her, but I don't like her either. I liked Tao far more than once I played Vengeance. Yeah, we're seeing a pattern here with Vengeance and the human characters. Tao's such a nothing burger. She stands for nothing other than the world should exist. She was an ideology, so I didn't care. Yeah, dude, Canon of Creation was... I just wish the endings had more variety, and, well, we'll get to that anyways. But yeah, I'm okay with Tao. I like Tao. After Tao, we have Lamu. Lamu, who I thought was kind of like whatever, was way more important in Canon of Creation. So that was nice on a me level, because I was like, I experienced him once before and didn't care, but then they made him interesting for me later. Whereas you guys probably have the opposite. Maybe you thought Lamu got downgraded in Vengeance, but he's vile, he's disgusting, and he's very interesting. One of the most like demonic looking crazy mother effers in the game. But I would have never guessed he was like a major plot point in Vengeance, you know what I mean? Or in the game prior, I would have never guessed that. They shoved him off. Yeah, they had to make the story about the humans. That's about it. I like his fight. He was kind of difficult. I'm surprised I beat him my first try, if I'm being totally honest. One of the very few characters that has multiple phases. I think you can count on one hand how many bosses have multiple phases. So that was nice. That bumped him up a lot, actually, because that's memorable. After Lamu is Kojimisu, aka kind of him. Any Kojimisu fans? I know there's Kojimisu haters. The Prime Minister, the super dapper gentleman with the nice suit. Nah, probably not Zero Goki. I think the only ones I have interest in later, if at all, would be Nocturne and 4. But the older ones beyond that look really like outdated. No offense, they just don't look that appealing to me. His themes are really cool. That's about all. He's the best. I love his tie. Kojimizu is just, I don't know. He's a weird character. He felt very if you notice, I have him like in the middle, and that's kind of how I feel about him. He's very just like there. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I don't love him and I don't hate him. He's like, okay. At least he made him kind of interesting by giving him like that kind of like that selfish turn at the end, I guess. Okay, Vengeance made it, so I at least don't hate him anymore. Kenjiro Suda. What's up, Shio TV? Multi-phase boss fight, Hydra, Lamu, Satan. Yeah, exactly. After Kojimisu, we have Yuzuru Atsura. This is interesting for me because if you recall, In Vengeance, I didn't really care for Yuzuru, which is weird looking back on it now. You guys have to remember, opinions change. Playing the entire game after made me appreciate Yuzuru way more. And made that part more sad. Because at first I was like, oh. At first I was kind of more mad at Miyazu for that happening. But at first, when I first met Yuzuru, I'm just like, dude, like, he's so fixated on like saving sister. And I kind of felt like something was going to happen to him just because he was so just blinded by that. But he's cool. He's totally nothing in canon of creation. I'm sorry. He's like... I forget he's even there in canon of creation. True, Hyro, but at least it gave us one of the best songs in the game, so there's that. He's actually human cardboard in canon of creation. Damn. So yeah, User is cool. After that, we have Yoko Hiromine. Any Yoko fans here? I feel like she's a lot of characters, or a lot of people's favorite character. Where is that, by the way? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's top 5. So Yoko's number 5 in my top 5. I love Yoko. She sucks so much. Best girl. Sorry, Dante. Yoko. Surprised they didn't rank Yoko higher. Top 5 is pretty good. Every character I've said after Mastema, I like to an extent. It's just some more than others. She's a silly doomer. You hate Yoko like you hate Mastema. Really? I would feel like that's like the unpopular opinion. Looking back, my choices were kind of split. Like, yeah, there was definitely times where I agreed with Tao, but I also agreed with a lot of the no-nonsense stuff of Yoko, so... It's interesting how that played out. Then again, I didn't know that stuff was going to influence my ending. Like, what character I side with, you know, a demon quest or something like that, so I don't know. Oh, that's what you mean by the whole Mastema thing. Yoko is just sexy, not gonna lie, nothing else is appealing. I disagree with that. Voice acting is amazing. Her design is amazing in Primordial Goddess. Like, the whole black and green. Sick. Her is dope. She's cool. She has an amazing innate skill. She's just a really damn good character as well. Like, all her potentials. I'm starting to notice a pattern that this game has a character for like everyone, because it really kind of taps into the psyche of the like our human responses. So seeing who's a fan of Yoko and who's a fan of Tao and who's a fan of whatever, it's like it says a lot about you. Just kidding, kind of. Number 4. Sucker. Ichiro Dazai. This one might be controversial. He's up here because, honestly, he just has the most shit going on, I guess. By default, he's like the most interesting character. He's the most animated, he's the most like charismatic, the biggest change, even if it's silly. The redesign is so dumb, but he just has a lot going on, if that makes sense. He has a lot going on. The wanting to help, the content creator, the brainwashing, the like, there's just a whole lot happening with him, and I think for that, I was like, okay. Even though, admittedly, a lot of it felt kind of silly, but I feel bad for him too. Also, gosh, dude, can I just remind you about one thing? Hold on. Do I have to say anything here? Dude, I can never find shit when I need it. My gosh. Oh yeah, also he beat me up pretty bad. They're ideology reps, so they literally say things about you. Dazai might go, a very bad go, but a go nonetheless. Just switch up from Dork to Chad. Legendary. Dazai gets on my nerves, but he's the most developed, which isn't a high bar. Yeah, you kind of have to realize that too. I don't know if a lot of people will agree with this, but the story of SMT5 is really, you know, it's really not that much to write home about. So like, all these characters have to deal with that first of all. So I feel like if you put Dazai in any other game, he might be like at the bottom. I still like it though. I still like it. I know it's all really simple characteristic, but I feel bad for the sucker. Have you tried getting good? Excuse me? You love to hate Dazai? That's good writing to me, though. That's good writing. The story's pretty loud, actually. You have an ad? Oh, there is an ad. Oh. I'll come back. I'll come back. Everyone take a break and listen to Dazai's music. 2 minutes. Yo, let us continue. Sorry about that. Don't want anyone to miss out on the hot takes. So yeah, Ichiro Dazai. Yeah, basically, against the story's narration, or direction, I should say, not narration. He's just very interesting, in my opinion. Not my favorite character, but this is, yeah, it's called Poison Gas Man, but yes. I think it's called Poison Gas Man. Yeah, it is. Just a Shinjuku quest. Okay. After that, we have a combination of two characters. Can we guess who that is? I just put them together because they're always together. That is Snake Lady Nua and Yakumo. I don't know. I kind of just, like, I love Nua. Like, as soon as I saw her in the demo, I was like, oh, damn, she's sick. I like regular Nua. I like Snake Nua. I'm not a huge fan of the Nahabino Nua, but her song is cool at least. I think it was just really interesting having, you know, Yakumo do his thing while being a complete hypocrite and having a demon around. Their fights were cool. The Josuji Temple fight was cool, which, by the way, my gosh, where is it? Where is it? Can't I find anything? Dude, holy crap. This moment, this is so sick. The background is all red, the temple in the background. Shit was popping off, dude. Yeah, Yakumo Nua, they're cool because they're like the neutral group, you know? They just say everybody. They had one of my favorite endings in the game, the neutral ending. I don't know, just their dynamic was very interesting. And every time we saw them, it was like, oh, hey, you know? I was always confused if they were good or bad. Well, I didn't really ever think they were good, but I was always confused by them, what their motive was, which translates very well to what they became. Nua, your wife. Kansu? I didn't even put Kansu in here. I put characters that were like... He kind of technically should have been in there, but he wasn't enough in it. He was just really only there for like the Miyazu thing, and kind of that was it. Kansu's cool. I don't know. I just didn't think much of him. I like his demon. I like playing as him. Oh, thank you for the sub. The real Shio. Was it Shio? Thank you for the sub. Enjoy your emotes. Yeah, Kansu's whatever. I like him more as a playable character than his plot. Is it because you like the ending, or that you didn't have to fight Lucifer? Lucifer. No, I like the neutral ending. It was cool. It was nice. You picked their end as your first. Oh, yeah. Well, that wasn't really intended. I just wanted to work from the bottom up. I didn't really. I mean, again, the story's kind of weird. Like, I didn't really have. How did you guys feel? Please be honest. When you played SMT, let's say Canon of Creation, did you kind of know where you wanted to go, who you aligned with, or did you just pick randomly? I didn't really have any like devotion to anything, and I think now looking back, I think I probably would have gone with neutral anyways. I didn't care about upholding God's order, that's for sure. And I didn't really... you know, I don't know. For me, it was like, I just want to see them all. That's kind of what it was. I already knew that I was going to see it all anyways. So that's kind of... I kind of like jaded my view. Once I found out there was multiple endings, I'm like, oh, okay. I love the game because of the atmosphere, vibes, music, comeback in the world. I saw Nua in the first couple hours and decided I was siding with her. COC story wasn't good, and I just aligned with new Yakumo. COV I entered to go Chaos from the start. Neutral all the way, can't side with Dazai, and Yuzuru didn't exist, so. I liked the story and knew what I wanted to do, but the gameplay was like 90% of why I kept playing. I wasn't sure how the alignments would go in COC, COV was more obvious. True. I just played with whatever because I didn't know about the endings at first when I played. It's a hard sell these days, but the path you go is based on your personal beliefs. I want to say like yes and no to that. Like, you know, like I said, in my case, for me it's different because again, like I was already aware that I had multiple endings, so at that point I kind of it like diluted everything. I'm like, okay, well I'm just gonna see them all anyways. But even when I was playing in the playthrough, I was like, I don't really gravitate towards any of these. I'm just gonna do them all. But after the fact, then I can kind of choose a favorite. Like I like the ending. I like the true neutral, the neutral, and the chaos ending the most. Probably in that order. This is my favorite ending. This felt complete. And then the other ones were just like, okay, whatever. They all felt the same though. You know, there was not a lot of variety in the endings. It was just like everyone's dead. Roll credits. The chaos one was different with the tree. That's true. Some of you guys might have played Atlas before, so you might have been aware of like how these games work. I had no idea. You know, I didn't know that. I never played Personas or anything else, so I didn't really know what to expect. Now I'll know. I feel like if I ever play an Atlas game ever again, I'm gonna be like, why are they asking me this shit? I'm gonna scrutinize everything. I didn't really want to side with anyone, I just wanted to destroy the throne. I love this song. I didn't realize it plays in it's so little places, but this was Nama's dog cat thing. You prefer the regular neutral ending? Oh, before I go on, I've seen a lot of yapping about SMT, how every ending is non-canon. Is that true? Like, has that been confirmed? It's whatever you want? That's something, that's true. Despite liking most of the ideas, the execution is pretty rushed. Or sorry, did I say back? Either they're all canon or they're all non-canon. Something like that. It's one of those things. I forgot which one. But basically, it felt very like open-ended from what I've been seeing. To me, this feels like the ending, but not really. I don't know. I'm new to SMT, so I don't know, you know. It doesn't matter, really. Some endings have more effort than others, so you kind of gravitate towards one always. Most of the games exist in their own bubble. Some games are connected SMT 1 and 2. Persona and Devil Summoner. Okay. So every ending is correct. Good job, everyone. Whatever you chose, you did great. Alright, we're in my top 2 now. This one, I don't know if anyone's prepared for number 2, or if anyone even saw this coming at all. Because I didn't really talk about them too much. Sophia. I love Sophia's design. I am so sad we never got to play as her. Her voice is incredible, and she scared me all the time, and that's what made her cool. Obviously, she has nothing to do with the story whatsoever. So it's 100% bias on look and aesthetic. I spent a lot of time in the World of Shadows, so it was nice having her there, watching over me. Yeah, big miss in not having her playable. So, kind of like a little cop-out number 2, but she is really cool. I've always thought she was really, really cool. Her voice matches perfectly what she looks like. Plus, she does a lot of cool stuff. She gives us the Benoras thing. She opens... Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It feels cool. Okay, so I guess I'll say Nua and Shohei Yakumo is my number 2 story-wise. And then she's like my 2 non-story-wise. If that makes any sense. I don't know how anyone can hate Sophia. She's awesome. She has a lot of plot relevance. Here, I'll ask you a question. I don't consider this a spoiler. Is she in any other games? SMT or not? Or is she unique to this? Oh, never mind. Zero Koki answered that already. As soon as I asked, it was answered. Okay, number 1 character. This is gonna be weird because I never mentioned it at all, and I didn't even know. That's the first time that's ever happened. I wanna like reiterate that. I've never played a game the whole way and not really know who my favorite character was. So I had to think about this. And then once I made the list, I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Does anyone have any guesses? Because I've never said it out loud. Who my favorite character in SMT5 is. Yeah, it's Ogami. Now, I didn't really know that, which is weird again. But after like everything, I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's Ogami. Why not? He's a total bro the whole time. Well, Mara's a demon. I'm not talking about demons. I'm talking about story characters. He's a real one to the end. Great voice. Young man. Gave us the blue hair. I think, you know what it is? This is why I had to think about this for a second, because the Nahabino, I don't know if a lot of people will agree with me or disagree with me, but the Nahabino is really not a character. His character is made up by everyone surrounding him. Everyone else is the game, and the Nahabino is a blank slate. Just there. You know, I don't think that's a hot take. If it is, I don't know. But, I like the Nahabino. I didn't mind the Nahabino, but he's just really nothing. That's kind of the with silent protagonists for me. But, like, Ogami is the main character, you know? We just fused with the student. So the Nahabino's not even on the list, because they're wherever you make it. So yeah, Ogami. Dude, when Ogami comes back after Tiamat, my soul ascended out of my body. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, oh, yeah, this is amazing. Let me see if I can find this section really quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dude, this whole time I have not been able to find. Yeah. This scene right here? This scene right here? Okay, sorry, I missed a lot of the chat. Let me catch up a little bit. Ogami, yep. Yeah, Croy. Self-insert? I think it's very generous to regard the Nahabino as a character. He just does one goofy thing in COV and reads a book. He literally sells the idea of loving the MC in a protective way. Which I wish we saw more in the other Nahabinos. Pretty much every Alice protagonist other than the one in Catherine is that way. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's something to keep in mind. No, no, well, yeah, Hyro. I don't think he's like completely blank, but he's basically to every game that I've ever played, the Nahabino is the most blank slate. Great design though. It has nothing to do with his design or anything. He's cool. Just Ogami is the character, in my opinion. Yeah. Ogami my favorite character? I don't know. That's very unique, you know? I feel like at least halfway through the game, I kind of know who my favorite character is. Xenoblade 3, I knew right away. I knew like that. I knew within the first, I don't know, 10 hours. Yeah, so this is like the only game where I had to be like, who the hell is my favorite character? What? So before I move on, what is your guys' favorite character? Who is your favorite character? Not Demon. Who's your favorite story character? I want to hear. Ryota Kazuka doesn't count, but valid. The Spoon MVP himself. Ogami easily. Yeah. I remember Kayla, you looked like you were gonna cry during when he came out of TMY. And I was like, oh, she has no idea. Abdiel for sure. Ogami. Yoko. Yeah, I heard Yoko is like a big favorite for me. Between Nua and Ogami. Yeah, Nua's great. Nua reminds me of Nama a little bit. She's really cool. I love her design a lot. And I hate snakes. That's a lot. I do not like snakes. We go with Yoko. Definitely Ogami. It was Ogami for me. I wish I knew an Ogami, you know what I mean? We all need someone like this. Who's willing to agree with you so much that he'll die for it. Maybe not. It's kind of extreme, but you know what I'm saying. He's a real one. Lucifer? I mean, I guess if you want to consider Lucifer, I consider more of a demon. I hated Lucifer. You know why I hated Lucifer? Besides his stupid boss fight, I'm not even kidding. He felt like he always deflated my ending. Every ending would have been so much cooler without him. I'm not even joking. Or at least keep him in one of them. I don't know, but the fact that it's like, congrats, you did it, and he's like, by the way, I'm still here. It's like, come on, dude. Go away. His voice actor is incredible. And I grew to like the song because of the build-up. I just don't like how long that build-up is. But the song itself is amazing, battle. It's just, I don't know. When you had a game full of extreme like bangers and all of a sudden the ending is just this empty void and just I'm just like, okay. Ogami's ride or die. Everyone in SMT seems to want you dead, so it's cool to have Ogami. True. Might be Yakumo. Yeah. I was honestly kind of upset we couldn't play as Yakumo. He would have been cool. But he's a human, so you can't fuse a human. Lilith, Nua, and Cleopatra and her pets. But hate snakes. Great designs. My enjoyment for Lucifer is trailed from other games. Something funny about SMT5, in lots of JRPGs you end up killing God. In SMT you kill the guy that killed God already. Yeah. Seems to be a JRPG thing, I've noticed. Lucifer and Master are both kind of like in wrestling terms when they bring out a crowd favorite as a twist. So that's it. Yeah, Ogami. Not only am I happy with that choice, but I'm also, like I said, it's very odd that I didn't know that. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Did anyone see that coming? I never hinted at it. I didn't know. But I mean, I always respected him, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe you guys saw it without me even like noticing in the background. We did? Damn, is Aogami just that guy? Oh, I didn't really rate Goko. He's okay. Whatever, he's just there. He gives you the return pillar, which is like S tier. Yeah, he doesn't really count as a character, to be honest. Before I move on, am I missing any other story characters? I think I got them all. I think that's it, right? Characters, not demons. So not like Odin and stuff like that. Ogami has the power to make everyone go, oh, Ogami at least once. Damn, see, that's crazy, Vilfar, because I didn't think it was that obvious to me. Maybe because my brain was like, maybe the Nahabino should be my favorite. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, he's really nothing without Ogami. So I learned something about myself. Kadishtu, they kind of count as both. I like the Kadishtu. I mostly consider them as demons, but I like them all. If I had to put the Kadishtu in the character rank, it's not demon rank, they're probably like in the... They'd probably replace Ichiro, and he'd be number 6. Yeah. So Ogami, Sophia, Nua, Kadishtu as a whole. Kid with afro. The most underdeveloped character there is. The gossip character on the dorm roof. Without a face. Alright, here's a fun one. I'm going to try to blow through these really quickly. My favorite songs. This is hard, dude. Without getting way into it, this is how I got into the game. It's a soundtrack, okay? That's number 1. This soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in my life. Like, bar none. It's so unique and random and full of just character and variety, which is all things up my alley. There's metal stuff, there's hip-hop stuff, there's EDM, there's just what the fuck is going on. The combination of composers is really, really nice. It's just amazing. So what I did, I basically like every song, but what I did is I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, I have a top 5, and then all the other ones are just, again, like top 6 altogether. You know what I mean? And there's some I even missed. I'll save my top 5 for the ending of it. This is impossible. Yeah, exactly. Rewatch your VODs. You may notice your attitude towards him could be interesting. Yeah, I will. I will definitely watch. I don't watch my own VODs, but I think I'll watch like some key moments in SMT because it's a game unlike anything else I played. I'm not even try having a favorite. How long did it take you to rank the music? Next question. No, really, it's hard. I knew what my favorite was, but I just there's so many that I didn't even list. I just wanted to put some on there. Choosing favorite tracks in this game is so hard. The music is incredible. Worst song has to be the clicky one at the end of Shioda. That is true. That is the worst song in the game, just because it's not even a song. That's a huge miss. If I had to say there's one bad song, it's that. Right before Ishtar. Okay. I wonder if I can do these in, like... Let me see if I can do this quickly. I'll just play them. How about that? Or I'll try my best to play them. Like 10 seconds each. And these are not in order. One of my favorite songs right here. Quest, I'm gonna name what they're called to. Quest Disorder. Plays in kind of select talking moments. I always loved these chords when they came up. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. I'm just gonna keep blowing through these. And I don't know where they all play either. Quest Oasis. This song is so cool because to me it sounds like what SMT is about, and that is random as hell. Just like that. It's like a total switch turns on. It's like, what the fuck? You hear when you talk to Maria as well, Project but it plays in a couple places. Everybody knows this song. I'll give you a hint. A very unique song across the entire soundtrack. Nothing sounds like this at all. One of the only songs, if not maybe the only song, that has like a pure male choir. You know, and it's not like distorted. It's pretty unique. He creeped you out? Yeah, he's pretty crazy. You brought my guy home. Yeah, very unique song. Nothing sounds like it at all. That is Cadaver's Hollow. This song, super underrated. Who can name what the song is and where it plays? Very close, like it's Sahori. It's just called Sahori. I recommend you all check out the song. It's not very long. It's like 2 minutes of just gorgeous piano. After that, again, these are not in order. Just quick snippets. And I'll tell you what my top 5 is. I've had so many compliments on this song because for the past week I've been having it on my YouTube channel, which, by the way, I'm at 99,000 subscribers. That's crazy. But everyone keeps asking me, what is the background song? What is the background song? I'm like, it's the Temple of Eternity. Amazing. Amazing song. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention in the location ranking, the pattern that I was talking about, if you notice, my favorite stuff were the most open, and my least favorite stuff were the most, like, you know, buildings or closed off. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the dungeons. I don't like having a ceiling. I could listen to Temple of Eternity for hours. Exactly. I think that was the point. They wanted you to get lost in there. Open world SMTs, don't get my hopes up. That sounds amazing. After that, we have, again, not in order, but dude, holy shit, this song is like cinema for the ears. Exactly, Biosleep, exactly. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything for you. You're right, Roomdog. Twice the amount of ceilings. So one thing you're going to notice about my picks is the variety. This soundtrack sounds like 20 soundtracks at once. And that's what I really loved about it. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell what's a battle theme. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's an area theme. Oh, oops. Next song before I forget. Ooh. Alright, from here on out, as soon as you hear a song, I want you guys to rate it 1 through 10. Starting now. I want to see everyone's collective opinion. You're gonna see a lot of numbers in the chat for a couple seconds. 9, 9, 7, 9, 6, 8, 8. I'll let it play for a little bit if you never heard it. This is Dat Ginza Shiota theme. Dude, the distorted vocal that's coming up just tickles me everywhere. The lowest ranking I see is a 6. This part right here, every time. Dat Ginza is amazing. Next. Again, 1 through 10. This is Dot Conan. The last song you hear before Finn McCool shoves his sword up your eye socket. This is a song I'll tell someone that explains SMT5. I can say that about a lot of songs in this game. I've had that conversation with myself. I'm like, what's a song I can recommend to someone from this game? But it's like, it's impossible because they're all so different. But I think I can nail it down with my top 5. 5? Yeah, Dot Conan is great. Next, we gotta blow through these. Talk about atmosphere, huh? You do not mean that, Project. You do not mean that. You don't mean that. I refuse to believe that. You were just stirring the pot. Oh, the sirens. They go away after like 30 seconds. It's okay. We're all allowed to have opinions. I think it works perfectly with all the cars around. This is Dot Tenazu. Next. Jolene High School, Otherworld Inside. Haunted School. You know what's really cool about this? It's the location / battle theme. Very rare. So it kind of gives you this like blanket feeling. My cover was a 10. Thanks. If you guys didn't know, I did an 18-minute guitar video on SMT5 music with the Hello Kitty guitar. I covered like 11 songs that I learned. I learned all those songs in like 4 days. That was a fun week. Yeah, Gaiba, exactly. 4 Mass Trash? Damn. These are all 10s. Alright. Keep ranking. God. Alright. This is Full Srushin, aka the little side quest theme. Oh, a lot of love for this one, huh? A lot of love for Fool's Russian, aka Fool's Russian. This one, I think, is going to get a lot of people nostalgic. This is Battle Fiend. This one, there's no denying this is a boss theme. You hear this and you're like, I'm getting my ass kicked. Very unique song because it's not from this game, but Just such a unique flavor with the like the violin stuff. Your brain was focused on other things. Yeah, not dying. Was anyone here? I'm sure some of you here, but was anyone here when I beat the Matador for the first time? That was like such a hype. That was like my first like, oh, I can do this moment. That was such a hype moment for me. That was fun. Yeah, this song is like traumatizing, but also very nostalgic for me. We're in the hospital? Oh, I remember that. Damn. Damn, that was... God, dude, 2025 is almost over. You didn't believe? I beat the game on hard mode and people still don't believe. It's okay. You know what? I'll say this, though. I understand now rooting against me, because when I was watching Kayla fight Dagda, and she kept using the physical dampener just like I did, I was like, damn, I kind of want him to kill her. So I see what it's like. You want the streamer to kind of feel the pain that you guys felt too. But hey, if you figure out the strat, then you figure out the strat. It's okay, Kayla. No, dude, Kayla, I did it worse. I had full physical dampeners the entire fight. I didn't give a shit. This iteration reminds me of Pokemon. Pokemon in general, or a certain song? Lilith carried that. Yeah, I had physical block with the dragon character. I forgot his name. One of the Chinese dragons. I did die twice in one turn. Anyways, moving on. We're not even halfway. We're not even halfway done with the soundtrack, dude. Okay, honestly, this song kind of grew on me, but this to me is like a solid like 9.5, dude. It took a while. I had to cook a little bit. This is Battle Tsukiyomi when you fight the Moon Man and Yuzuru. Peak design, by the way. Jeez. I wish I had that outfit. No hard feelings, Kayla. We just wanted you to die. Same thing when I told everyone, like, oh, she thinks she's gonna fight Misuki, but it's Beelzebub. By the way, I should say that SMT5 is one of the most fun games to watch. It's fun watching people play differently, and plus the battle screen is so gorgeous. Anyways. Okay, next song. Can't spend too long on these. Ooh. Sorry if I cause bad memories here. 1 to 10. 10. Y'all were great about hyping up the Vasuki fight. Damn, universal praise. How many tries did it take me? 2? 2 or 3? I don't think I beat him on my first try. Apparently I got lucky because one of the characters heals him. I didn't know. I killed him before that. God, that would have pissed me off so bad. Bro, the video that J2O Juice showed me where it's Mo Sizzlack from The Simpsons as Shiva is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Say some Nahabino's dissing your fly, girl. Give him one of these. Oh my god, this is the greatest video I've ever seen in my life, bro. So good. So good. That's... Anyways. Okay. Damn, 10s across the board? 15 out of 10. Jeez. Alright, that's Battle Destruction. Let's continue. That's a super boss. Well, is he a super boss? Yeah, I guess he is. You can see how this is getting harder and harder and harder. There's so much freaking variety in the soundtrack, dude. How can anyone make a top anything in this game, soundtrack-wise? Speaking of Ashuki. A 1,000? A million out of 10? This is your 500 out of 10? Damn. This was, I guess the first time you hear it technically was Ishtar. I think it's only Ishtar, Konsu, and Washuki. I don't think there's any other time. We need a soundtrack tier list. It's kind of happening right now, but my real tier list is the top 5. Those are ordered. These are not. These are just all my favorites in general. And there's some I didn't even put here. Oh, Bio, that sounds amazing. Ball? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that fight, but yeah, him too. That's a very forgettable fight. Alright. Wait, hold on. We need the breakdown. The breakdown has to happen. Oh, and the drums, dude. Jesus. They really know how to make songs that you're getting your ass beat to, you know? Jeez. Alright. After that we have Battle, Humans, Demons, and this song has a history. If you know, you know. You know, just I'll talk about it because there's a lot to talk about, but this song is very unique, actually. Even though you hear it a lot, it's kind of genreless. Like, how do you describe this? You know what I mean? It's not industrial, it's not metal, it's not rock. It's just, what the fuck? You know what it sounds like? Demonic. So, quick history lesson. If you didn't know, my main job is reacting to video game music. That's how I find these soundtracks. When I first heard this song, I straight up said, I'm like, this sucks. Which I never say, you know? It takes a lot for me to dislike something. But it was so, like, I was thinking way too musical about it. It was like too dissonant for me. It was scratchy sounding. I just didn't understand it. Well, I understand it now. You have to play SMT5 to understand it. It is the most fitting song in SMT5. I cannot imagine SMT5 without this song. So, my opinion changed on that. But that's good, though. If I liked everything, then that would be really weird and boring. So, I'm glad that it's one of those lore auditorium songs. But it's also just a really good battle theme. Did we rank it? 8, 7, 7, 5. Yeah. Okay, so still high rankings. Next. But I really do like the song a lot. Next. I wonder what people are going to think about this one. This one gives me kind of the same feel as Shiva a little bit. This is Dagda, if you didn't know. AKA, you get punched in the face. This is Dagda. It's only Dagda's fight. DLC. You never did Dagda? The DLC fights are amazing, and they come with 2 amazing characters with 2 amazing songs. Dagda's interesting because he can destroy you, but he is also exploitable, so I'm not going to say much beyond that. This song is, like, okay, but then once it gets into this, like, middle section here, then it just gets sick as fuck. Like, this is amazing right here. This kind of, like, polyrhythm thing. Like, you can never kind of, like, groove to it. It's amazing. Oh, I'm also very biased towards the vocal stuff in SMT5. Because none of it makes sense to me. Anyways, that's Dagda. Amazing song. Speaking of DLC, let's see the numbers already before they even come out. You know what this song reminds me of? The whole vibe of this feels like the Yuffie DLC from FF7 Remake. I don't know how else to describe it besides that. It just sounds like this could be a Yuffie battle theme. This is Konohana Sakuya, Flower Girl. This song has some of the most gorgeous vocals in the game. How about I'm gonna stop talking? I'm gonna let every song play without me talking for like 15 seconds. 5 sorcerer? Damn. Just listen to the piano. The piano's the best part. Also, a lot of people say that she's the best character in the game, which hard to argue. I mean, she's pretty good. I simply can't put this in the same tier as Battle Destruction, Dead Space. These are not, like, again, these are not ranked. I just really love all these songs. Now we're halfway through. There's still, there's still more. All right, let's go. That is Konohana Sakuya. This one I am not looking forward to hearing, and this is probably going to scare some of you guys off. What do we actually think about this? I'm curious. Do you guys rock with the New York boom bap? This is Masakato. Bad memories. This is the super boss. Probably second hardest, third hardest? I don't know. Or the hardest? Yeah, I haven't heard much of this song. I've only heard it like a couple times, but it's just damn good, dude. All right, we must move on. We must move on. A lot of points here for going into a separate rhythm. Next song. Oh, dude. It's not even in my top 5, but it should be. This is like top 5.1. This is the super boss of none other than Satan. El Diablo. This song just keeps getting better and better. Like it's like the perfect loop too. I don't know how else to describe it. 11? True. 20? Also true. No one is wrong on any of these. I want to hear all the opinions. Let me hear the drums. 666. True. Oh, it hurts to cut off the songs, but I have to. Ooh, interesting. Okay. What do we think of this song? I will help you if you don't know. It's Yoko, Chaos, Primordial Goddess. 9, 10, 10. Damn. Okay, really. I thought it was gonna be a little split here. Now, is that your bias towards Yoko or the song itself? Alright, Bio, take it easy. Nice having you around. Ah, yeah, dude. I just love how, like, open it feels, and yeah, it's, like, tight at the same time. I know. I just associate it with Yoko for some reason. I don't know why. I think of Tiamat, I think of Yoko. I know it's not Yoko's theme. 6? 8.5? Gotta love the bells. Oh my god, do you see how hard this is? Next, we had a preview earlier. This fight beat my ass, dude. I do not mind losing in this fight. This is where I locked in, though. I heard the song and I didn't speak for like 5 minutes. This plays when you fight Abdiel and Dazai right before the Empyrean. Oh my god, 10. The vocals are really good in this song. This whole song is good. Like the whole way through. It's just enjoyable the whole way. True Lycan, true, but shh. I just want to hear the vocal one time before I move on. Like, get the next song ready. Can we get some jams really quick? What a great rhythm, dude. It just flows so nice. My favorite part coming up. If you know, you know. Shh. Abdiel motif. Piano again. Boom, boom. Next song. Plays one time only. Against a giant fly. This song reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog. This is Beelzebub. This song's fun. This song is like eating a raw fly. Someone check up on Croy. Something's going on over there. Okay. You notice we're getting a lot of like 7s and ups on all these songs. Next song. Kind of underrated in my opinion, but maybe not for you, but for me it's underrated. The Tsukiyomi standard battle team. Standard. Normal. Random encounter. This. Jeez. Just your everyday fight. This is called Vengeance for Reclamation. Oh, I forgot to mention. The song for Abdiel and Dazai was Fallen Heaven Exaltation. Oh yeah, it has the little... Oh. Next song. This song, dude, is just... Oh my gosh. Still not even in top 5. We're close, but we're still not in top 5. Fighting Nuwa and Yakumo at Josuji Temple, no hypocrisy. Even though the fight wasn't even that hard, it was still like such a highlight for me. It's like one of the best boss fights in the game. Just the whole vibe of it all. Also, no songs sound like this. This is trailer music? I'm glad I missed it. I'm glad I experienced just about everything in the game. Organically. Not today, but maybe later. There's probably going to be one more stream of this game, not anytime soon, but probably when I platinum it, I can like look over stuff like that. Can we snooze? I'll snooze it actually. All right, that is Battle No Hypocrisy. Yeah, this song is great. All right, we're getting towards. We still have a couple to go. This song, honestly, was very hard to not put in the top 5. Plays one time. And it made a character that was kind of whatever into just a little bit cooler. This is Deadlock, aka fighting Yuzuru, Atsuda, and Hayataro, as he's being brainwashed by Ashith. This song is a freaking... my gosh, dude. I wish this played more than once. That fight was cool though. He's got like the demon summoning program. His little TikTok app. I'm gonna stop it when it gets to the best part, which is the rhythmic sounding leads. You know what I'm talking about. The next part. Doom, doom. I don't know why it's called Deadlock, though. Anyone have any idea why it's called that? Next song. A variation of another song, but still pretty good nonetheless. Super Boss. This is Kaddish 2 Phantoms, the fight against Samel. I hate that fight. Yeah, when you get poisoned and your whole... every tick of poison is 900 health. He's kind of a... I mean, I say he's a super boss. His health is crazy high. Yeah. He's probably not the hardest super boss, but I would say he's a super boss. A lot of health, crazy ailments all the time. If he didn't have the Gadishu, I don't know. But you had to kill them because they empower each other, so. He's probably like right on the cusp of yay and nay. Next, how many? We're getting close. Okay, we're getting close. I didn't want to include like regular battle themes, but I'm going to. This is a common one, but a really good one. I didn't cover it. I thought about it, but I didn't cover it. This is Strength. Battle Strength. I like the organ a lot. I was originally going to do like 13 songs in my cover, but I took 2 of them out. And it's this one and the next one. Let me move on to the next one really quick before our break, and I'll come back. This is the other generic one that I almost did. This is Ferocity. Kind of underrated. I love that big mechanical sound. I'm a big fan of the whole like weird siren noise it makes. Yeah, this one's sick. I'm gonna let this play because I have probably my last break. So I'll be back in 3 minutes, and then we have like a few more, and then my top 5, and then I can finally talk about the bad and the good, and then we're done. BRB. Shout out this song. I didn't put it in the list, but it's still pretty good. Alright, are we still here? God, it's so early. It's only 5 o'clock. It's nighttime already. Alright. Are you ready to continue? Only a few more, and then we're gonna get to the juicy stuff. That's it. Hopefully, no more than another hour. I went a little over, but it's okay. Hello, hello. Okay, we're getting towards near my top 5. These are still not ranked, by the way. This song is pretty cool. Battle Magatsuka. I don't know if that's a typo or something, but Magatsuka. Isn't it crazy how like the most generic songs in this game are like would be incredible in any other game? Something to think about. Like imagine just playing in Mario randomly. You'd be like, well, maybe not Mario, but this song is really cool because of the change. It goes from like this to like the female vocal, and it kind of calms down. Cool dynamic, very cool dynamic. One more and then the top 5. Just outside of the top 5. Battle Marcy. One of the coolest backgrounds, by the way, in the whole game. Cool fight, too. Even though the computer cheats by giving her a heal item. Damn, 10s across the board. Wow, okay. You guys really like Marcy's fight, huh? Yeah, it's a pretty good song, dude. I'm not gonna lie. This section right here reminds me so much of like PS1 music. I don't know why. Not this, the bass line coming up. Right here, it just sounds like PS1. Don't know why. It just does. So have you played Shin Megami Tensei 5, which has been one of my favorite games since 2020? Now you're going to play Final Fantasy 10, which is my favorite Final Fantasy. I'm here to make everybody happy. Yeah, FF10 will be very soon. Can't say when yet, but soon. This month. Free DLC they cooked again. All right, are we ready for the top 5? Are we here? These are in order. These are the only ones that I ranked in order. And damn, this was hard. As you can clearly hear from the rest of the soundtrack. At number 5, my top 5 song. Man, the shivers that go down my spine when this comes on, dude. Jeez. Such a unique masterclass. It stands out so hard. And the beautiful background, too. Woo. The guitar solo. Ugh! Fear in the Dark. I can kind of hear that, yeah. Iron Maiden. I thought about doing a guitar listen for this. It's not that hard. But I'm always busy. Yeah, Battle Abdiel is... You know why I like this even more? Because it's only during the Nahabino fight. It's never in the chamber or the Shakan, you know what I mean? Like, they just give her another fight song there. It's only for her true form. That's sick. That's what makes it sick. You only hear it at the end. They saved it. They saved it, even though it could have just been an Abdiel song. Alright, we might as well listen to the solo before I move on. We gotta hear that harmony, dude. That harmony makes me soar. A lot of people's favorite part in my cover video. That the solo is to be a 9.5. I agree, Runedog. It sounds very unique. Nothing sounds like this. It takes a step back and it's just more musical than anything. Next. Number 4. Which is also the composer's favorite song. If you can believe that. One of the main reasons I got into this game was 2 songs. This is one of them. This song, I think, is one of those where I was saying earlier, like if you had to describe Shin Megami Tensei soundtrack to someone, this would be kind of perfect. It's pretty, like, as SMTV as it gets. This is Battle Kadishtu. So you can imagine me seeing Nama for the first time and hearing this for the first time in game. I was like, ooh, wow. But yeah, this is very, very SMTV to me. That demonic weirdness. Like, what are they saying? What? The pianos, everything. Yeah, amazing. That's in my 4. Number 3. Which has been dethroned. Not for the circumstances, just because other songs have sounded better since I played the game. This was my favorite song for a long time. This was the catalyst, though, for me playing, though. So if it wasn't for penis music, I probably wouldn't even have tried SMT5. So, thanks, Mara. Despite all the hee hee ha ha, this song is amazing, dude. Like, let's not kid ourselves. It sounds unlike anything else. It's super dope. It's amazing. And yeah, it was a thing that really like got me interested in the game. So that's my number 3, which was number 1. Why is Mara not level 69? Number 2. Don't be fooled. Not everything has to be a battle theme. Home Sweet Home. Talking to my friends. Getting to laugh and enjoy our sweet times together. Sitting on the bench. Getting our stats up. Also very unique. Beautiful, nice and calm. Very memorable. Super catchy. The Demon Haunt one? The Demon Haunt 2 doesn't even compare, I'm sorry. When this song returned in Vengeance, I was like, oh, dude. I just love this song, honestly. It feels really, I can't imagine this game without having Demon Haunts, so. This song is amazing. And you know, since the demo, I was like, what am I listening to? I fell in love with the song immediately. Because you guys have to remember, before I heard this song, I went like 2 years of hearing SMT, and it was all weird, crazy, wacky stuff. So hearing this, I was like, oh, you mean there's variety in this soundtrack? And it was like the first instance of like, oh shit, this is gonna be one of my favorite soundtracks, I think. So it was a big turning point for me. No longer was that. I was like, oh, they know when to bring it down. Yeah, the feed easy mode is actually perfect for this song. I didn't even think about that. But yeah. All right. We'll rank my favorite, and then you can tell me you guys' favorite. My favorite song is no secret. I have said it many times, but it's a song that I have organically found while playing. I did not react to it. I associate it with a Dormarth, but it is Battle Gliding. Hands down, dude. This song fucks, dude. I never get tired of hearing this. It plays so little. The rhythmic, like, stabs everywhere. The organ. I love this song. To me, the best song in SMT5. And it totally describes the whole game, too. But it, yeah, it, like, totally trumped Alkalic Acid Rush. As soon as I heard it, I was like, ooh. This next part coming up, ooh, man. This next part gets you to move. Dun, 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 dun. So, those are my favorites. What is your favorite song if you happen to know the title of it? If you don't know the title, where it plays? I'm just curious, what is everybody's favorite song? Is anyone else's Battle Gliding? So my top 5: Battle Gliding, Demon Haunt 1, Alkalic Acid Rush, Battle Kadishtu, and Battle Abiel. And the rest are 6th place. Da Ueno, Battling Satan, so Adversary. Oh, a big shout out to Jolene High School. I forgot to put that on there, but just a regular 2-chord Jolene High School. The Adversary, yeah. Abdiel and Battle Destruction. Dancing Crazy Murder. Demi Fiend. Oh, the Shoji Meguro song. You like that? You like that heavy metal? Battle Destruction. The Adversary and SMT5 main theme. Yeah, we don't talk about the main theme too much, but I will soon in an upcoming video. Yeah, so SMT fans should look out for a video I'm making pretty soon. I think you'll like it. On the main channel, the auditorium. Paraner Deepest Void. Konohana Sakuya Destruction probably among top. The main theme. Gliding, Satan, Destruction, Deepest Void, and Eon 2. Yeah, Eon is good. I should have put that in there. I do like Eon. I don't like the beginning, but Eon is good. Eon is good for a lot of reasons. Let me put it on. I just say Lucifer. we gotta give love to this song. When this kicks in, dude, you kind of feel like almost tears that it's ending. But yeah, this definitely goes up there for sure. Tokyo Twilight, Battle Destruction, Vengeance Anthem. Shiva first, Kadishu second, Tsukiyomi third. Nice. Samael battle theme. Oh, the Phantom song, yeah. Gliding and Beelzebub. Oh, I'm glad other people like gliding. That's awesome. I like the variety here. SMT is a very interesting game because you see a lot of people's choices and their music taste. You know, there's so much things for everybody. The Amabi dance. It's like I forgot what it was called, but I know which one you're talking about. All right, let's finish off these last 40 minutes. I'll leave the song playing. With the good and the bad of what I thought of this game. Feel free to disagree or agree. I don't care. I'll start with... What do you guys want me to start with? Good or bad? I don't... It doesn't matter. I'm going to say both, but... I'm just going to say right now the bads are like little nitpicks. They're not even that bad. the bad. All right. Again, nitpicks, but whatever. I had to pick something, right? Something had to annoy me. And on a high note, I complain about this a lot because it's stupid. Ley lines facing the wrong direction. Did that not bother anyone else? Because that just seems like stupid oversight to me. Every time you teleport somewhere, you're looking the opposite direction. Just stupid. Bug the shit out of me. This is actually kind of like a legit bad. And that's the innate skills descriptions are kind of wonky. A lot of them are kind of just don't make sense. Like I know there's people that have made dedicated websites to like translations and like actual descriptions. That's a bad. That's a pretty bad thing to have when innate skills are so cool. So an oversight in my opinion, but not innate skills, by the way. The descriptions of the innate skills. Make that very clear. Another nitpick. Not bad. Can't use Giacomo or Sophia. Boo. Boo. 2 thumbs down. Okay, this is kind of a legit one. The story. I didn't mind the story, but probably one of the weaker stories out of all the games I played recently. Because it feels like a hybrid of like original story and then like kind of established, you know, stuff like in the Bible or in this lore or something. It felt kind of... I don't know. I don't know how to describe the story of SMT5. I don't know if it's bad or if it's just... but it definitely didn't woo me at all. It was like the least of the highlights for me. And it didn't help that all the endings are like so similar. I don't know. Story's kind of important to me, you know what I mean? Otherwise I just play Call of Duty. Whoa! But, I guess my expectations are a little high with a JRPG nowadays. I've come from like Final Fantasies and whatever, you know, like, and I just played a Xenoblade, and I'm just like, okay. So, it's not bad, it's just not great. Yeah, Vinto. Never really pops. Yeah, that's why I said, that's why I put Ichiro so high, because he's, without Ichiro, the story would be kind of bland. Like, he's kind of helping that, like, oh. But that's not saying much. Do you think the concept of what you're doing, themes, philosophy, makes up for the weak narrative? It's okay. It definitely helps. But I definitely didn't want to put the story in good, so I had to put it in bad. Because it's not... I don't know what this is, but I feel like I shouldn't be listening to it, so I'm going to pause it. Not even going to look up what it is. It's okay. But again, it had its work cut out for him. I just played Xenoblade, and that's like all story. You know? So... I'm kind of hoping the next time they revisit the series that it's a completely original story. And they just go all out. Now, I'm assuming here. I don't know this. Please don't elaborate. But I'm assuming Persona just like destroys SMT when it comes to storytelling. By the sheer amount of fans it has in it. I'm guessing a lot of that has to do with the story. If I had to guess. Because I feel like this game deserves better. It's way too good to be held back by a story. Just make your own, you know? I don't know. It's hard to explain, but probably the biggest bad of the game is the story. Vengeance helped. I'll say that, but still. I wish more story-wise, but gameplay is excellent. Oh yeah, that's a whole different ballgame. Also advertising, maybe? You don't like Persona that much? This character's really... Persona has much more character-focused story. Not a huge fan of Persona stories, but way more focused for sure. Well, either way, I'm not trying to like make comparisons here, but I'm just saying, I think the biggest weakness of this entire game is the story. That's not the end of the world, but if I had to pick a resounding win, that'd probably be it. At least the characters are entertaining. Like, again, like Nua, Yakumo, you know, seeing that was like carrying it. But having everything at the end be like Lucifer just being like, hey, by the way. Anyways, so that's my biggest complaint. I have a couple more. Again, these are nitpicks, so whatever. That was the biggest one. Another nitpick just seems like an oversight. For the New Game Plus people or the people that replay the game, PR yaps don't carry over. That's kind of weird. You gotta re-find it. Even though the characters might be in your party, you gotta wait to that part of the story again to be able to get it. That's kind of weird. Whatever. I don't see why they wouldn't just give that to you. Super nitpick, and you guys are probably gonna disagree with me here. They don't? No. They stay in the tutorial description, but you have to physically get it. Trust me, I know. I had to find out the hard way. That's the other thing. That's weird. It stays in the tutorial, but you have to go get it. Some you can't even get until Taito, so. This is super... I don't think anyone's going to agree with me on this, because no one even thought about it. The navigators, they make too much noise. I wish they just shut up more. That's why my favorite navigator is... which I didn't even talk about, the navigators, but the fairy girl in Shiota. She's my favorite because she never talks. She just is there. It's okay here and there. Like if they find something, that's cool. But like if they're just walking around and you're like, little things bug me. If you guys haven't realized, but that bugged me a lot. That little flying one, Ivarus, never shuts the hell up. It's only the walking stuff, not the finding stuff. That's different. Oh, God. What's that one character, the one-legged dude in Minato? And then this one is my last one. And I think this is a valid complaint. And I think no one would argue with this. We touched upon it earlier. I wish there was more Phase 2 fights, because we got teased with the Hydra, and then it basically never happened again. So I'd rather just not even have it, if they're going to just tease it like that. That never happens again, except for maybe twice after. They can keep the same song, I don't care. It would have been cool to have this Phase 2 song, but like, the whole like, you know, his head gets cut off, and then, like, that's cool. Keep that going. Even if it's for the major story ones. I don't know. Whatever. It just seems like a weird thing to tease and then never show up again. Who else does that? Who's the other fight that does that? Besides Hydra. Yeah, exactly, Vinto. It feels too scummy. Like they just did it to show it off, but it never happens again. Lucifer. Was there someone else? Lamu. Yeah, that's it. So the beginning of the game, the middle of the game, and the ending of the game. I don't know. I just think it would have been cool to have more of that. Because it's cool. And that's my last of my bad. So basically okay, so Leyline's facing the wrong direction. Stupid. Innate skill descriptions, big oversight, because innate skills are sick. Can't use Yakumo or Sophia, story. Pure Yap's not carrying over, weird. Navigators make too much noise, and wish there was a Phase 2 in more fights. So that's it. Good. positives of the game. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some too, but there's a lot of good here. Blanket statement: this game is amazing. I didn't even write that down. I'm just speaking from the heart. This game is amazing. I had fun the whole time. It was hard to put down. I played it almost daily for like 2 months. Fantastic. Now let me actually talk about the list. The game looks incredible. The visual fidelity of this game is like when the young man enters Monado and he's like doing this, like that alone, even though there's nothing happening, is so crisp and clean. It's a very gorgeous looking game. And I love it. I love that style of graphic where it's just like perfectly realistic looking, but also very video game. So visually, it's amazing. And with that, something I complimented a lot with the game is how amazing it runs. I don't know how it plays on Switch or PlayStation, but on Steam, almost no loading times. You can switch from ley line to ley line to ley line to pause menu to World of Shadows instantly. I didn't encounter like any bugs or glitches, basically. It just runs smooth all the time. It's great. Constantly felt like the FPS. It was great. And with that, also the game loop is just incredible. You can spend a lot of time just like fusing demons, talking to demons, fighting, finding Nima and all that stuff. My biggest nitpick is that we can't see what's in a broken chest. Unreal Engine worked really well with demon design to begin the game with this engine. Yeah, the progression was really good too. Miracles, all that. Goes without saying, the music. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. There's something for everybody, dude. This is also one of those soundtracks, or believe it or not, this is the kind of game that can get people into genres. So imagine like a 10-year-old, even though they shouldn't be playing it, like a 10-year-old playing this, it might get him into metal, or might get him into like electronic stuff. This is one of those like influential soundtracks. And that's a big deal. If I heard this as a kid, I would have lost my mind. Another plus is the demon variety. Again, something for everybody. Every time I've seen someone play it, they have a different party, they have different people they resonate with, or characters they resonate with. It really felt like another Pokedex for me. You know, what is it, like 270 or something like that? It's crazy. It's awesome. They all felt individual too, besides like very little innate skills that were copy and pasted. Everyone has like kind of their own thing going on. With that, separate is the demon animations, and what I mean by that is like before their turn, they would always do an animation before they attack. You know what I mean? That's amazing. They all have their own thing. I was a huge fan of that. It gives them like individuality, and I really love that. Mandrake's is really cool. The whole like putting his head back. I put this as a plus, but it's a little, I don't know. But the voice acting, it's pretty good actually. I didn't recognize anyone, but like everyone's pretty solid. Aogami's solid. Nahabino's great. Kojimizu's good. Abdiel's very good. Dazai sounds like what he looks like. I don't know. I don't know if it gets talked about, but the voice acting is pretty good. Across everything, yeah, the demons and the main story characters. That's like the one plus Lucifer has, his voice. The game does a really good job at making you feel powerful while making the difficulty challenging enough. Yep. SMT music in general makes me want to learn an instrument. That's awesome. The demons having their own voices was insane for me coming from Persona. It's average to good among JRPGs, kind of a common set of actors. They're common. Yeah, like, I don't know, just everyone sounded really good. Yoko's is really good. Tao's is really good. I could be wrong about this. You guys can look this up. But I think Beelzebub's voice actor was the same as Dazai's. I think. And I'm not sure if it's the English one or Japanese one, but I think I saw that somewhere. And if that's true, then that's a range. I could have been seeing that wrong, though. It was Beelzebub and someone. Yeah, but it was like, what? Another plus is the UI. It's not perfect, but I actually really like the UI of SMT5, even though it kind of looks cluttered sometimes. Once you know the game, it's just very easy to navigate. It's very clean. I complimented that on the demo too. Everything is like easily obtainable. It's very straightforward. You know, essences, items, skills. I like the UI. Oh, it is intimidating. Like the World of Shadows, everything is like, what? At first, but just like anything else, once you get used to it, you're like, oh, okay. I don't know who Lucifer's VA is. I don't know any of the VAs in this game. I don't really pay attention much to VAs, if I'm being honest. Unless someone tells me. Sophia and Yoko have the same VA. That's pretty damn good. I would have never guessed. Oh, I'm talking about English, by the way. I did not experience the Japanese voice too much. The two that I remember from Japanese both were not good. And that was Nahabino and Gustav. Those are not very good at all. In my opinion. Lucifer's VA is Paul aiding Colonel Campbell from MGS. Damn, dude, he has a crazy range. Even though I can hear that now, that's still like very... Damn. I've been listening to Campbell since I was like 8 years old. Alright, Lucifer's cool. Lucifer's cool. He's alright. God. I don't want to spoil anything, but did you guys... I don't want to spoil anything. But if you guys played Metal Gear Solid 2, this is a story I haven't really told many people because I haven't had a reason to tell people. When I first played Metal Gear Solid 2, I thought I was being haunted for the first time ever. Like, I thought a demon was possessing my console because I had been playing that game at that point for like 10 hours already. And when I got to a certain scene, the screen starts like getting all glitchy, the voices start getting all glitchy, the visuals, the faces start coming off. I'm like, am I overheating right now? Like, what's going on? And I was like, turn off the console. I was like, that legit spooked the shit out of me, dude. So, anyways. If you haven't played Metal Gear Solid 2, do so. It's a great game. Aogami Japanese is Sephiroth. Interesting. Also, MGS2 is very like relevant now, so. Next, I have a couple more things. Big plus for this game, which is good for replayability, the variety of the party and builds you can make. It almost feels endless, dude. Let's just break it down simply. You can have a whole playthrough of a certain race, a certain party of innate skills complementing each other, a stat-specific build, gender-specific build, Nahabino only build. It's just crazy. There's so many ways to play it. It's awesome. This is a big plus for me. And these two go hand in hand. The fights are super satisfying to beat. Like, it always feels like you really like conquered them. But the last hit being the black and white screen with the slowdown, dude, it's like the most endorphin-inducing thing. Like, yes. You know, there's just that, like, that moment of, so good. I love that. I love that black and white screen. But just in general, the whole fights are just satisfying. You know, everything feels like you conquered it. You took your time to beat the essence. You got around it. It's cool. No shortage of ways to play unless you want to stick to exclusively one type. Yes, Kayla, yes. So good. Also, just as a side note, if you happen to be a streamer or have people watching you, it's even great to be like cheered on and stuff because there's so many boss fights. Like every 5 minutes is a boss fight, so it's like people are always, like cheering you on, and it's great to overcome that. I can see that's why people probably like Elden Ring and stuff to stream because constantly getting that validation. But you guys always made me feel good when I was beating bosses because no one believed in me. And then I proved you all wrong. Oh, is that a Kingdom Hearts thing? I had no idea. Oh, that's a good point, Velfar. I didn't mention that, but that's a good one. I should include that. I'm including that officially. When you kill an enemy with an element and they reflect with that element. So ice, they shatter. Dark, they melt. Light, they just flashbanged. That's a really cool thing. Fire, they burn. I really like that stuff. I'm a big fan of that stuff. Oh yeah, Yakuza. Yeah. Sega vibes. I already mentioned one of the demon animations. So individuality. My last plus, because I can't think of anything else. I mentioned it throughout the whole playthrough. Can anyone guess what it is? I mentioned it the whole playthrough. And it's probably like a thing a lot of people don't even consider. What do you guys think is my last plus that I always praised? Always praised. I'll give you a hint. It's not exclusive to SMT. I praise it a lot in other games. No, not the Demon Hunt. Although that's a plus too. Demon Hunt was cool, but no. It's not exclusive to SMT. The hair? No. Wonder if anyone can guess it. The run? No. Save anywhere? No. Also very good. How can I reveal what this is? A big hint is variety. It's not the soundtrack. So think of what else can have variety. That's good, Caesar. That's a good thing. Locations? You're getting warm. You're getting warm. Quests? Oh, actually, I want to talk about the side quests really quick. I like them, but I wish there was a little bit more variety on this. Like, for example, like the ones where you race across, or you do the puzzles with the Meme Man. That's great. More of that. A lot of the, like 90% of the sub quests are just like kill something and then come back. It's okay, but we gotta change that up. Battle backgrounds. Yes. This game has incredible backgrounds, and they're everywhere, dude. There's probably some I haven't even found yet. There's so many per location. I love the backgrounds in this game. They're so good. Yeah, that's the last one. Marcy's is amazing. Shioda's are amazing. Like there's so many, dude. I lost count. There's probably like over 30. They could have just always gone the easy route and just picked like one location, but there's so many. I love that. Big fan of that, dude. Big fan of that. Which one is the best? Damn, dude, I don't even know. I gotta think about that. Shit. You know what? I'll keep it simple. Just because it was early on. The Tokyo Tower was pretty cool. Just having that big landmark in the background. It's probably not my favorite, but it's the first one that comes to mind. That was sick. Yeah, that was sick. Or on the way to Konan, when you're on the train, on the train track. That's pretty cool too. Because I remember specifically, I took a screenshot of it. A lot of people don't notice this, but If the Nahabino is standing on something during the battle screen, his leg will be on top of it. So if you ever... Okay, so what I'm talking about is in Shinagawa, after the Ashith or Luguru fight in the warehouse, that little strip of land before getting to Konan, that railroad thing, if you have a fight there, your leg will be on top of the little like rail spike. Little tiny details like that are so cool. Yeah, the firewall background showed it was sick. That was super cool. Things like that. I like stuff like that. Little details. The Hydra one? Yeah. Hydra, Artemis, the Amanazaku quest. There's a couple fights there too. Yeah, I think that's it. That's, unless I can't think of anything else, but that's it, man. I'm gonna miss playing this game. That's the only thing left for me to do is platinum it, which I'll probably stream when that happens. But from here on out, I'm done with the game. I did everything to my knowledge, to the best of my abilities. I am very thorough. I did both routes. I played over 5 endings. I did 96% compendium. I did just about everything I could. Negotiation, yes, very good. I'm sure there's stuff I missed out on the goods, but I like just about everything in this game. Yeah. Can't think of anything else, unless you guys have other questions. So let me recap. Good. Looks amazing. Runs amazing. Gameplay loop. Music. Oh, I skipped this on accident. Press turns. I didn't see that. Good thing I checked. The gameplay, obviously. The press turns is amazing. One of the best things ever. Demon variety. Navigators. Oh, damn. I skipped a couple. I like the navigators, too. Jeez. Big fan of the navigators. The variety of that, too. Voice acting. The UI. The variety of parties and builds. The black and white finish screen. The backgrounds. And the unique animations before each one does an attack. Oh, also, I forgot to mention the fact that you can pretty much acquire anybody in your party. Super bosses, doesn't matter. Anyone can join. That's great. The bad, again, ley lines facing the wrong direction, stupid. Innate skill descriptions, that's a big one. No Yakumo or Sophia. Story. Periaps not carrying over, navigators make too much noise, and more phase 2s. 5 favorite songs: Battle Gliding, Demon Haunt 1, Alkalic Acid Rush, Battle Kaddish 2, Battle Abdiel. Character rank: Aogami, Sophia, Nua and Yakumo, and Dazai. If we're not counting Sophia, then Yoko Hiramine is up there. Location, I'll just say my top 5. Shinagawa, Taito, Shiota, Shinjuku, and Minato. Yeah, so all the main locations. Favorite demons is Nama. I don't really have like second and third. It's Nama and then everyone else. So Nama, Mandrake, Konohana, Sakia, Artemis, Cleopatra, Chernobog, Dagda, Kukulin, Odin, and Gog Magog. And anyone else is in the pinned comment. That's it. That's it. That's SMT5. I played it in January and then took a huge break and played... Oh god, what did I play? I played Xenoblade 3, I played Lost Odyssey, played Bayonetta in between. The banana game. I beat like 4 games before I even went back to this. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. Am I missing anything? Is there anything left to talk about? What comes next? Final Fantasy X. My first playthrough of 10. And then that's probably going to go all the way to 2026. And then it's the year of Nintendo. the year I take a break from RPGs. Except for like one RPG that I think most people know what it is. I'm curious, has this given you any motivation to play any other Atlas RPG meta for Persona? I was waiting for that question. All I'll say is the first impression Atlas game made a big first impression. And it's a good impression, so that's all I can say on that at the moment. My first Zelda, maybe. Who knows? Best Final Fantasy ever. Yeah, it seems 10 has a lot of fans. Are you checking in at Ryota? I know he has like one interview. It's like a short one, but I don't know what else is out there. Press turn with a spin. Well, I already have a backlog, so I don't even know when Atlas can start making its comeback again. If it were. Let me end with my favorite song. But yeah, I think the next time you ever see me play this game again will be like me getting the Platinum Trophy and then maybe Masakado, maybe, I don't know. I think we should end with the school theme. I think that's it. I think that's it. You know what I could do is I can see if anyone is streaming SMT5 and see how their journey is going. But no, it was just me. Is this anyone's favorite game? Just curious. SMT5, I mean. Yeah, I got nothing else. I said what I had to say. Top 3. Excuse me. A lot of exciting things coming up. I don't really talk about future stuff, but I am working on a video for SMT5 very soon. You'll see that. FF10. I also got to get ready for 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, just other stuff. VGM Vibes is coming. Man, I'm working on a lot of shit right now. When aren't I? Because of other Atlas games. Well, I think that's it, everybody. So I'll say thanks for watching the VODs. I guess this will be uploaded there. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure now I won't get made it to the live, but thanks for watching. Thanks for showing me the demo. I was not expecting to play this game. It kind of just fell in my lap, but I'm glad it did. And yeah. I got nothing else. No raid. Just have a good night. Enjoy your week. And FF10 is coming up soon. SMT5 rules. Play SMT. Please convince people to play the demo. It is great. And it is the full game. But that's it. I will see you when I platinum the game and put the seal on it. I am out of here. I take you're waiting Atlas demos for a while. I already have a backlog, so I can't be doing too much. It's too tempting. More SMT stuff later. Again, you can check the guitar video on the third channel, which is there. 18 minutes of guitar goodness with the Hello Kitty guitar. And now we're gonna fuse our way out of here. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you soon. See you in FF10 For those that want to hang out there, that's a big game. Take it easy, one. Say goodbye to Ogami again. Goodbye, young man. Oh, also, having different names for the young man was a highlight. So, have a good night.